Imagine not being able to access the benefits you've worked your whole life for. Sounds unimaginable, right? Well, for millions of Americans, this is becoming a reality. With recent changes to Social Security, the government is putting up even more barriers to accessing the benefits so many rely on. In this video, Dr. Ed Weir will break down what these changes mean for you, why they're happening, and how they could affect your financial security in the future. Stay with us until the end to learn what you can do to help make a difference. Welcome to Financial Area, where we cover everything you need to know about your money and how it impacts your future. If you care about your financial well-being, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss important updates like this one. For the first time since 1935, the Social Security Administration has implemented a reservation-only system for accessing benefits, limiting direct in-person access to offices. This new policy means that individuals who have relied on face-to-face assistance for years now face additional hurdles in navigating the complex Social Security system. Beneficiaries who once had the option to walk into their local office for help now have to schedule an appointment ahead of time, potentially waiting weeks or even longer for assistance. For many, especially the elderly and disabled, this is a significant problem. In-person visits are often crucial for understanding benefits, completing paperwork, or resolving issues that can't be addressed over the phone or online. The impact of this change is far-reaching. Many Americans, particularly those who aren't as comfortable with technology, are now left in a difficult position. Accessing the system through a reservation-only model assumes that everyone has internet access, technical knowledge, and the ability to make and keep appointments. For those without these resources, the task of securing their benefits becomes more complicated, adding stress to individuals already struggling with financial insecurity. What was once a system where people could simply walk into an office to seek help is now one where individuals must rely on a bureaucratic process that is not only confusing but also alienating for many who need assistance the most. Social Security offices are currently operating at their lowest staffing levels in over 50 years, a direct result of political decisions that have led to significant budget cuts and reduced funding. These cuts have drastically impacted the ability of Social Security offices to provide the necessary level of service to the public. As a result, the offices are understaffed, overworked, and struggling to meet the needs of the millions of Americans who rely on Social Security for support. The lack of sufficient staff not only causes delays but also leads to a decrease in the quality of customer service. Individuals seeking help often face long wait times, sometimes for hours, and may not receive the accurate guidance they need to navigate the system. For many, these delays can mean missing out on critical benefits or experiencing unnecessary hardships in securing the support they deserve. The consequences of this underfunding are felt most acutely by vulnerable populations, such as the elderly, disabled, and low-income individuals who rely on Social Security benefits as a primary source of income. These individuals often need in-person support to make sense of the complicated paperwork and the various rules and regulations surrounding their benefits. Without the proper staffing levels, Social Security offices simply cannot meet these demands, leaving people to struggle on their own. And as more and more Americans turn to Social Security for assistance, the problem of understaffing becomes even more severe. The combination of budget cuts and inadequate staffing creates a system that is overwhelmed, inefficient, and, in many cases, unable to serve those who need it most. In addition to these operational challenges, the lack of adequate funding also contributes to a general decline in the quality of service. Staff members, when they are available, are often overburdened with cases, leading to fatigue, frustration, and mistakes. This further exacerbates the problem, as individuals may receive incorrect or incomplete information, which only adds to their confusion and delays the resolution of their issues. This bureaucratic gridlock not only affects the efficiency of Social Security offices, but also erodes public trust in the system, making it harder for beneficiaries to feel confident that they will receive the help they need when they need it. The underfunding of Social Security isn't just a matter of numbers, it's a matter of real people suffering because the system that was designed to support them is failing to do so. If the current trajectory continues, Social Security is projected to face significant cuts to benefits by 2034. Potentially as high as 21%. These cuts are not just a distant possibility, but a looming reality that could affect millions of Americans who depend on these benefits to meet their basic needs. Without intervention, the financial security of retirees, disabled individuals, and others who rely on Social Security could be severely compromised. While these cuts may seem far off, the truth is that without enough action, they could occur even sooner. Political leaders, both now and in the future, might enact these reductions before the projected 2034 deadline, further diminishing the financial support many Americans rely on for survival. Beyond the looming threat of cuts, another critical issue is the spread of misinformation about Social Security. As the complexity of the system grows, many individuals are turning to sources that claim to offer expertise in navigating benefits. Unfortunately, not all of this information is accurate or reliable. In fact, some of the misinformation circulating around Social Security can be incredibly damaging, leading people to make poor decisions or miss out on benefits they are rightfully entitled to. The lack of properly trained staff at Social Security offices only contributes to this problem, as individuals seeking help may receive incorrect or misleading guidance. This lack of reliable information only intensifies the already difficult process of obtaining benefits and leaves people vulnerable to scams or bad advice. To prevent these disastrous outcomes, it is essential that the public gets involved and demands action. Dr. Weir emphasizes the importance of advocating for increased funding to support Social Security offices, ensuring that they are staffed with properly trained personnel who can provide accurate and timely assistance. A petition calling on Congress to allocate more resources to the Social Security Administration could be a crucial step in addressing these issues. But beyond just signing petitions, individuals need to engage with their local representatives to ensure that the issues facing Social Security offices are being heard. Local advocacy is vital in creating the pressure needed to bring about change. By raising awareness and pushing for improvements at the local level, communities can help strengthen the Social Security system and ensure that it serves those who depend on it, not just now, but in the future as well. The future of Social Security is at a critical juncture, with rising concerns about restricted access to benefits, underfunding, and the looming threat of drastic cuts. For millions of Americans, the system that was designed to provide financial security in their later years or during times of disability is becoming increasingly difficult to navigate. The reservation-only system, the historically low staffing levels, and the spread of misinformation only add layers of complexity to an already fragile system. If immediate action isn't taken, not only will the efficiency and effectiveness of Social Security continue to decline, but its very ability to provide vital support could be in jeopardy. Dr. Ed Weir has made it clear that the solution lies in both political action and grassroots advocacy. The need for increased funding, better training, and more accessible resources for beneficiaries is urgent. As individuals, we must not remain passive while the system erodes. Signing petitions, raising awareness, and reaching out to local representatives are steps each of us can take to push for the changes that are necessary to preserve the financial security of millions of Americans. Social Security has always been a cornerstone of support for those who need it most, but if the necessary resources and funding aren't allocated soon, the system will fail many who rely on it for their livelihood. Ultimately, the responsibility for ensuring that Social Security continues to serve the people it was designed to support lies with all of us. Whether it's through signing petitions, advocating for change, or simply educating ourselves and others, we must stand up for a system that has been a lifeline for so many. Without action, we risk letting a system, which is meant to provide security, fall apart at the very time when millions need it the most. The time to act is now. Our future and the future of those who rely on Social Security depends on it.